All right. It is morning time. It is time for our emergency update. Now, we had a good time last night, had a few drinks, in which I always let my people, for those of you who aren't in my trade group, maybe thinking about it, when I do go out, if I have had a few drinks and I'm saying what I'm doing, I typically always say, you know, I'm intoxicated, take it for what it's worth. So, we talked about Bitcoin shorts and how I entered my short. And the truth is, yes, we are in the upwards trend. And so, playing the absolute reversal is certainly risky. Really, we were looking to get out of like 54, 53, 50. Now it looks like we have a couple squealers. And you know, this isn't, it's not for the people who are long and who believe it's going to continue to go up, which it very well could be, right? They're not necessarily out of the woods yet, but this does look very similar right here. What I'm really looking for, what would give me confidence in the short, is if this average, this baseline plays out downwards. You see, the average baselines have been upwards. And in crypto, for example, with head and shoulders, right? There's a couple different types of head and shoulders, right? For those of you who've been around, the head and shoulders flick off, the head and shoulders pirate knife. But what I've found is most important with head and shoulders is the baseline, if it's going up, or if the baseline's going down. Now, we formed a slight downward average, but right now it's kind of fighting it. And at first we were long. I was longish, expecting a gap fill, but it doesn't look the same as it normally does. Now, if this continues and we see it come up higher, if it goes to 54.75, 54.80, then I would say, okay, you know, I'll cut my shorts. Now, as we grow on this channel, we keep hearing the same things from a couple people, various people. One of them is, well, let's go ahead and pull up this guy right here. Let's give them the attention that they so yearn for. Financial Freiheit dank Cryptokranhugen. Some little German kid with passive aggressiveness apparently says that if I'm such a great trader, like I suppose, why do I need money for signals, right? So I'm guessing this guy's pretending he's in the finance world. So let me ask you, Financial Freiheit dank crypto sauerkraut, you little sauerkraut. If you are such a good financial person, why do you charge fees for people that are looking for financial services? Why don't you do it for free? In fact, if you can afford beans and rice, then why do you buy chicken? You can survive off beans and rice. Man, that question I'll never get. I will never get. I don't get why people ask that. Are they just stuck in like one income frame of mind? I don't get it. Don't get it. This guy called me a clown. So what? Either way, call me a clown, because for the past since December, we've been laughing to the bank. And so if you feel like you're not getting anything from my channel, please go somewhere else. No one's forcing you to be here. So, I, right now, am waiting to see if, and it's kind of look like we went there, but this isn't the most ball. We'll see if this average, if this line, if this is starting to tilt upwards, then you know, we'll be bullish, and we'll see. Maybe we'll knock into the 5,600 again, come down halfway, rocket back up, just like before. Or, since we are basically repeating for Pete's sake. Again, in crypto, so listen here, clown. If you feel like you've watched 3 videos and you haven't learned anything, you must not be a good student. So here's something that perhaps you can learn. Bitcoin loves repeating itself. And we may very well be repeating this pattern right now, which I would assume would go a little something like this. It would just do the same thing. In fact, we can just trace it. Trace it. Now, what does this look like to you people? Looks like a new beginning. So we're gonna clone, baby. And this is what I'm expecting. Since it's later in the trend, this will probably be a little bit shorter. So imagine this clone squished together a little bit. So a bit of like a smaller version. And that's how I'd imagine it playing out. If we drop down to 5,400, I'll probably exit my short, take the money, because what do we say? When it's green, take your money. When it's green, when your P&Ls are green, take your money. There will always be opportunity. On another fact, I give out, you know, I give out what I'm doing a lot of times for nothing, to like I am right now. And so I don't know, I don't get these people. Why be a hater? Don't be a hater. Don't be a sauerkraut. Unless there's good reason. But in this case, there is no good reason. We have the best trade group in crypto. I love my people, and I serve them to the best of my ability every day, and I will continue to for, I believe, a very long time. I don't think I'm gonna stop doing this stuff for quite some time. So, sauerkraut, ball's in your court, bitch.